Hello, everyone. I'm Nikki. Welcome back to the Chicken Supports Insights podcast, where we are here to help you raise strong, healthy flocks with confidence. Today, I'm here with Tina, and on today's episode, we will be talking about choosing the right breed, the questions every flock starter should ask, and the things you should consider before buying. Let's dive right in. So, Tina, what is the first thing someone should ask themselves before picking breed?
Well, I think the first thing that I would suggest would be, why do they want them? That's the first thing I ask when they say they want to buy some birds. What is the reason you want them? You want them for eggs for your family? Do you want companions? You want, what they call yard ornaments because you think there are some really great, and there are some really great, beautiful breeds out there. So what is the reason for why you want them? Some people say, I want them because I want some green eggs.
Exactly. And I will add that we do have a very nice filter system on our website that can help people choose anything they want, from egg size to egg color to the breed temperament to the hardiness of the breed and things like that. So that might be a helpful tool for our customer as well.
Absolutely. Yes. That's a really great feature to tell them about if they're just browsing the website. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And Nikki, how do climate and space affect breed choice?
You want to consider where you live, firstly. For instance, if you live in a more warmer part of the country year-round, hardy bird might work well for you. And on the reverse side, if you live in a cooler part of the country, a cold hardy bird would work good for you. But we also do have both cool and hardy birds that would do well in both climates. And as far as space goes, you definitely want to consider how much actual space you have for the birds. Yes, you may want 50 birds because we know they're all so cute and whatnot, but in reality, you only have enough space for 5 to 10. And another thing to consider is how big the actual bird gets when it's full grown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I think that people often get a little excited, as of course you would, when you see all these different birds and you're like, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one, and you really do have to consider the space. If you have a really large space, then absolutely go for it, and go crazy. But if you do have a smaller yard, you need to be reasonable about how many birds you can actually have comfortable on the property, for sure.
Exactly. So do you think beginners should start with hardy birds or more fancy breed?
Well, personally, I think they should start with hardy ones if they're beginners. But you do have people who just really, like I said, don't necessarily want them for the eggs. They want them because they look nice, or they want companions, and they just want to look at a fancy bird. So, I mean, I would recommend them going with a hardy bird, but it's all based on the person's desires as well. You do have to take that into consideration.
Right, and I would say the same thing. If a customer calls in to me wanting me to recommend a bird, my go-to is always a Buff Orpington. You can never go wrong with a Buff Orpington.
Absolutely. I really like those as well. I do recommend those, the Rhode Island and even the Barred Rock as well, because you have a nice option for egg laying if that's what they desire, to have eggs. And they are really great birds to have. Absolutely.
100%. Mm-hmm.
And how important is temperament and social behavior for new flock owners, Nikki?
It depends on if you have a family with kids. Obviously, if you have children, you want something with a calmer, more docile demeanor. But if you really don't care about something like that, then it might not matter as much to you. But you also have to keep in mind that it's not just temperament alone, it's the actual bird's individual personality, because we know they are very different.
Absolutely. You can pick a really calm or friendly bird, but one of them could just be a little sassy. And so you could have, some fun there. But yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. All right, Tina, so where do you think beginners should go to verify breed info before buying?
Well, I definitely think they should come to us, of course, here at Valley Hatchery. We have some really great options for people if they just want to call in and talk with us. We're more than happy to talk with them and help work through that. And we also have, if they're more of a just kind of figured out themselves research type of people, we have our website at valleyhatchery.com, which we have a blog and resources. So there's some really great things there. And then we also have a YouTube channel, or this podcast that you're listening here today. And then we also have, for those who actually order from us, we have a chick support Facebook page. So we have two different Facebook pages. We have the Valley Hatchery page, and then we have the Valley Hatchery chick support. And I have to tell you, I absolutely love that site. People that order from us, they, decide they're going to join that site, and they love to help people. I mean, they just literally, it's like some people just sit there waiting to help someone. And so you can post things like, I don't know what's going on with this chicken, or is this a rooster or a hen, or, all these different things. And people love to help. So I have to say it's the best community for chickens that I've ever seen. So I would say definitely come to us.
Well, thank you so much for all that info. And absolutely, one of us would definitely be glad to help you.
Absolutely. We're always ready to help. So hopefully this helps people feel confident in choosing the right breed. Remember to check your space, climate, and the bird's temperament. And thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye, everyone.